This video is brought to you by the Evo 1 basketball, courtesy of Shooter's Rev. An audible sensor inside of the ball lets you know when you get perfect rotation, and that way you can increase your muscle memory. This ball is a must-have for developing proper shooting mechanics. Just click the link in the description or visit them at shootersrev.com. And to make it even better, the ball's official size and weight, so you can train and play actual games with it. Head to shootersrev.com and pick up your ball today. And to help us out, use the coupon code SHOTMECH10, and that'll get you 10% off. Hey, I'm Coach Colin Castello with ShotMechanics.com, and this is Kevin Durant's NBA shooting secrets. Kevin Durant is an absolute scoring machine, and one of the things that makes him such a great scorer is his ability to hit any shot at any point in time. So here are a few of the mechanics that make his jump shot not only effortless, but also really, really fast. Hopefully you can take one or two things away and add them to your game to not only up your percentage, but also your range and your shot quickness. Alright, but before we get started, you can do two things that'll really help you out. Number one, you can click up here to get a free copy of our 10-minute shooting trainer. This is a mobile download that you can take to the gym and work out in real time. Number two, hit that subscribe button in the bottom right-hand corner. We're going to a 4-video-a-week format, which means we're putting out the best and the most content of any basketball channel on YouTube. Now that we're locked, cocked, and ready to rock, here's KD's shooting secrets. So first thing, keep those heels up. So the first thing I love about Kevin Durant's shot is something that you might not even notice, and that's his heels. Every time he gathers into his shot, his heels are off the ground. So this does a couple things to help his jump shot. Number one, it helps his rhythm, and number two, it can help his range. With your heels off the ground, you can use them a little bit like a spring to launch you into your jump shot. Whereas if your heels are resting on the ground, it takes a little bit of extra effort to get the ball up, and it takes some of the fluidity out of it. So remember, number one, if you can keep your heels off the ground a little bit, that gives you a little bit more spring, it gives you better rhythm, and you can get your jump shot off just a little bit faster. A little trick is to pretend like somebody's going to slide a piece of paper underneath of your heels. That way you have just a little extra gap to get that spring. So the second part of his mechanics that I really, really love is his triple 90s. By triple 90, I mean the angle of your shooting wrist, elbow, and armpit. This gives KD a perfect set point and ensures a fluid one-motion jump shot. If any of the 90 degrees are off, it can throw off your jump shot very easily. Every player is a little bit different, and KD sometimes doesn't get quite to the triple 90, especially if he's shooting fadeaways. But for the most part, he's right on. So just remember, when you're getting ready to shoot, you want that triple 90s. You want the 90 degree at your wrist, you want the 90 degree at your elbow, and you want the 90 degree at your armpit. That'll put the ball in the perfect set point, and it'll be a nice fluid jump shot. And the last mechanic I want to talk about is middle. Middle means that you want to have your middle finger on your shooting hand directly in the middle of the ball. This is imperative because that means that the ball is perfectly balanced, and that way it'll come straight out of your hand. KD does an awesome job of getting his middle finger in the middle of the ball. And what he's even better at is making sure that that middle finger gets inside one of the seams. This gives perfect backspin and touch to the ball as it comes straight out of your hand. And don't forget to go check out shootersrev.com. It will change your game. Or follow them on Instagram to stay connected. So just remember, when you catch the ball, you always want to rotate it so your middle finger on your shooting hand is directly in the middle of the ball. That way when it comes off, everything's in a straight line, and it'll eliminate the chance of you missing left to right. So those are Kevin Durant's NBA shooting secrets. Now, tune in next Thursday because we're going to have another video, and we're going to be doing a little giveaway that I think all of you guys will probably like. Evo 1. Again, snag that 10-minute shooting trainer, and I'll see you on Monday for our drills of the week. What up, I'm Coach Colin Castello with Shot Mechanics Basketball, and welcome to NBA Shooting Secrets, and today we've got Kevin Durant, Part 2. Alright, so KD has one of the purest strokes in the league, and we've already kind of broken down his jumper a little bit, but I wanted to give you 3 more mechanics that I love about his jump shot that you can try to plug into your game and see if it increases your shooting percentage. Here at Shot Mechanics, we believe in small tweaks to your jumper for big-time results, so see if some of these can help you out. So, let's jump right into it. Alright, so the first thing I want to talk about is KD's footwork. Now, when it comes to shooting, there's generally 2 schools of thought when it comes to your footwork. Some people like the 1-2 step, and some people like their players to shoot out of the hop, meaning that they catch with both feet in the air at the same time, springing off the balls of their feet. Now at Shot Mechanics, we really don't prescribe to that argument. We think that most of the time, if you want to be a great scorer, not just a shooter, you have to be able to shoot out of any situation when it comes to your footwork. And that's one of the main reasons why Kevin Durant can really hit shots in any situation is because he's comfortable with his footwork no matter what he has to do. So I'd highly suggest if you want to hit more shots in the game, you're going to want to develop your footwork to be able to shoot out of any situation. Hop, 1-2, lateral side step, step backs, no matter what it is, you want to be able to hit that shot. Alright, next let's talk about Kevin Durant's set point. Now, set point's kind of a weird word because the ball's not necessarily setting at a point for a specific amount of time. And although the ball does pause for a split second from time to time on his jumper, I still consider it pretty smooth. So when we talk about set point, we're talking about that moment when the ball starts releasing towards the basket. And generally for Kevin Durant, it's just a little bit above his forehead and in front of his forehead. By bringing the set point up above his forehead, it makes it a lot harder for defenders to block and challenge. But you want to be careful because some younger players have a hard time getting enough power if they have a high set point just like this. So you're going to want to experiment with your set point or your release point and see where it's most comfortable for you. It might be by your eyebrow, it might be by your chin, and it might be by your chest if you're a younger player. Just know that at some point you're probably going to want to move your release point higher. That way you can shoot over bigger, taller defenders and stay competitive. Alright, next let's talk about Kevin Durant's guide hand thumb. Now the guide hand thumb is really, really important because if it pushes the ball to one side or the other, it can make you miss more. So there's two things you want to think about with your guide hand thumb. You want to think about number one, where it starts when the ball is at your release point. Now like most great shooters, when the ball reaches Kevin Durant's set point or release point, his guide hand thumb is facing backwards. This ensures that it's in perfect guide position. But as he begins to release the ball towards the basket, he's going to rotate it so his guide hand palm is facing towards his shooting hand and all of his fingers are pointing towards the basket. By rotating his fingers towards the basket instead of keeping them straight up and down, it allows him to get just a little bit more guide to the basketball as he's beginning his release. Now a lot of coaches might tell you that your guide hand thumb needs to be pointing backwards the entire time you shoot, but that's simply not true. Many times by letting your guide hand bend at the wrist just a little bit so your thumb moves forward, it can actually help your consistency. Alright, and don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section down below and let me know whose jumper you want to see broken down next. This is channel for the people, by the people. I run it all off a request, so leave in the comment section down below and I'll probably get to it. And if you're new to shot mechanics in the Splash Army, you're probably going to want to do two things. Number one, hit that subscription button down below because we put out a ton of videos every week and they're all going to get you better. Number two, you're going to want to click this annotation above or the link in the description for mobile viewers to get a free copy of my #1 scoring workout. This is a workout that's going to work on your ball handling, your shooting, your scoring, your finishing, your conditioning, pretty much everything that you need to be a scoring monster. And because it's a circuit format, it's unlike anything you've ever done before. So I highly suggest you check that out. Again, I'm Coach Colin Castello with Shot Mechanics Basketball, and until next time, splash on.